dealing with all the inquiries, setting up tours, sending out proposals, sending out contracts, troubleshooting that. And I'm in the midst of all that, I'm trying to set up systems so that I could eventually delegate those things to someone else. But I just kind of have been in that this space for a while, and I felt extremely overwhelmed and kind of at that state like, oh my gosh, this, what am I doing? And there are other areas of my life that I am neglecting, and I need to get out of this quickly before this is the tone for how I navigate my life. I have a child. I have other things, and I don't know how to get out because it's like I'm the only one. And I know I have to hire someone, but I and train them, but it's just like when a customer is texting me all day, 5 hours. For instance, I have a customer, she's deaf, so we can't hop on a call. So she has to communicate with me via that way. So things like that, I can't break out and um just take the time to train someone, or at least I don't know how. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm feeling right now.
Well, you either take the time. Sometimes, Carice, you just have to stop what you're doing and train. Because if you don't stop what you're doing and train, you're never going to be stuck. You're never going to be out of the situation that you're in. You're constantly going to be that way. So you'll be surprised just taking, maybe you start allocating out of your calendar 1 to 2 hours in future time to do nothing but train. You got to time block it ahead of time. One of my sisters was my sister who works for me. We had again one of the other new business persons. They stopped working here, so she's doing pretty much the job of two different people right now. And she's at like 99% capacity. Like she don't have time to do anything else. So I did a meeting with the team yesterday, and I just basically said, ask around the room, like tell everybody what you do and what's your capacity. There were some people saying 99% capacity, and I know that's true. There were some people saying 99% capacity when it ain't true. And then there were some people who were saying 30% capacity, which means they still had 70% capacity left, but they just haven't been, they got free time. They just haven't been assigned anything, or they don't know how they can help.
Mhm.
Um, so my sister was going, doing. So one of my VAs reached out to her and said, stop what you're doing right now and train me. I can handle it. And
Mm,
that was kind of like eye opening for her. Like she was like, no, stop what you're doing. So she took an hour to train her, and she just took over with the project. And just that hour of training saved her like 4 hours that day.
mm,
And that's just one day. So are
mm.
you willing to take an hour to save you 3 hours? The next day, are
Yeah.
you willing to take another hour to save you 3 hours? And then eventually, because you're doing so many, each hour saving you 2 to 3 hours, eventually that hour is going to save you 8 hours. It's going to
Mhm.
save you multiplied over a year, 300 hours, et cetera, et cetera. So how much you got to ask yourself, by me not taking the time to train somebody, is it being fair to the people who love me?
Mm.
It's, I don't know. You can
No,
answer
it's
that.
not.
It's not being fair. So you being unwilling to train somebody, and it's unwilling because I know it works. You being unwilling to train someone is costing you traction, is costing you daily activity, could be costing you your health, could be costing you all of these things simply because you're not taking the time to train. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to hear that I can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Everybody can afford it. If you have any kind of business, you're doing any type of work. Yeah. Are you talking
Did
right
you
now?
freeze? No, I didn't know if you froze or I froze. I'm not talking.
Oh, 1 second. That's weird.
That was really weird.
Okay.
You
I'm like, that's
said if
weird.
you're
Okay,
doing,
got it.
if you, If you're doing any type of work and then it cut out.
Okay, if you're doing any type of work, it is and you're not stopping to train somebody and delegate somebody, it's costing you hours and hours and hours. Is it fair to you to those who you love? No, right? So let me just show you how simple this is, right? Because you don't need to go out and hire somebody, a 50, $60,000 or $80,000 employee now. You can simply, I'm gonna show you this. This is so simple.
Yeah, show me.
Now I've showed it before, but I'm gonna show it again because it's how simple it is. So, all right. So if I'm gonna go to onlinejobs.ph, I'm gonna look for I don't know, high level executive assistant. I'm just saying, I'm just putting that in there. Who can take a lot of this stuff off your plate. You can have everybody from, you can find people that's as low. Look at this. Not saying you'll hire this person, but $2 an hour. That's $352 a month looking for 8 hours a day. $352. That's on the low end. $4.60 an hour. That's $809 a month for somebody full time. Um, is your time, so the question is your time worth more than $2 an hour? If you're doing, in this example, work that if you're making $20 an hour even, and you're doing $20 an hour, and you're doing $2 an hour work for $20 an hour, you are overqualified for the work that you're doing, right? But let's just
Hmm.
look at this person. This person is $10 an hour. That's it. It's $880 a month for 4 hours a day, part time. Maybe you don't need somebody full time, but you want more experience part time. This person was last active today. Look at this. With over 5 years of experience, I'm an executive manager and accountant. She's an accountant, skilled in strategic decision making, content creation, proofing, client billing, project management, expert in financial oversight, web development. Um, Currently thriving as an executive management in a dynamic IT and media company. My mantra, embrace and overcome. It's my best approach to every task, whether it's complex, financial, strategic, project execution. So look at this. Look at the skills: comprehensive accounting skills, tax compliance, proficiency in QuickBooks, financial modeling and analysis. This is like a higher level person for $10 an hour. What will that free up if you can give this person some of those tasks? See, the problem is that I think where a lot of people get stuck is that they start to feel that nobody can do work as good as they can just because they're the one doing it. And I hate to, bust your bubble. I hate to humble you a little bit, but that's not true. There's people who can do the job even better than you. That you're holding on to it, thinking that you're the only one that can do it, but you haven't given somebody a chance to show what they can do. Worst thing that can happen, they show what they can do, and you realize that nope, you can't do it. Well, let's just say they only do it 70% as good as you can. Let's say they're not as good as you, and they can only do it 70% as good as you are. Well, is 70% as good as you are better than you doing 100%? If you get three people doing 70%, that's 210%. You can only do 100%. The only thing you have to do is go over it and proofread everything and proofread basically what they did. And now you're cutting 70% of your time and you're just fixing stuff. But over time, you're going to realize that people are actually going to do things better than you can in their specific areas. So you definitely need, if you're at a point where it's causing you stress and anxiety, you need to hire somebody, even if it's not a revenue generating thing. Guess what? Everything doesn't have to be revenue generating. If it can free up my time, that's revenue generating because now I can use my time to make money somewhere else. A lot of people think that, well, they're not going to be making me money. Well, if they're freeing your time, they're actually making you money because you're smart enough to know what to do with that time.
That's good.
So you're even looking for somebody that's going to be revenue generating or freeing up your time. Either one is good.
Okay.
So that's what you need to do. You need to hire somebody. You need to free up your time, and you need to trust that that person can do a better job than you can.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Who else do we got? Anybody else got a question? Want to go on the hot seat? Want to have something specific about their business, specific about what they're going through?
Yeah, I guess I can go, Marvin. I see what I'm needing is for is with my company. I'm needing to bring in another salesperson to help me out with sales. So I'm not the only one that is doing the sales within the company.
Okay. Yep. You and me both right now. So you need to bring in somebody in sales. All right. So
Yes.
what
What do
what
you?
moves have you already made?
Well, I have my VA, she's fairly new. She's sending me in, um, the addresses and stuff like that of the properties and stuff. And so majority of the times I don't have to go out there to take a look at the property. I can just take a look at it on Google Maps and then I can kind of just price it from there. But she's fairly new, so she doesn't know how to price it yet. So that's basically my steps. Just get the address, she follow with some questions with the clients and she sent it to me. Then I'll just take a look at it on Google and then I just quote the client from there and she'll just send them the invoice. I'm not send them the invoice, but send them the quote.
What would be the job of the salesperson?
Basically, just to look at the yard on Google, to be able to determine the size of the yard of the property, and then just quote it.
Yeah. How would they go? Because that sounds more administration, but how are you using that person to drum up the business and go get the lead and the activity for you?
Well, the leads are coming in. Of course, I'm paying for the leads through Thumbtack or either through call-ins or my website. So whenever they send the information in, and that's how we're able to gather the lead. I'm not doing no cold calling or no door knocking or nothing like that. I'm basically just having the leads find me.
So let me see something really quick. So tell me, have you first off, first job, do you have a good job description written out for the proficiencies and what they'll need to do in order to make this happen?
As for a salesperson, no, I'll say no, I don't.
Okay, that's the first thing. Before you look, you got to know what you're looking for, right? So
Okay.
let's build that out. It's simple. See, it can all be so simple, but we rather make it hard. Let
Marvin,
me
can I make
see.
a comment?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, Marcel. So you met Joe, who was actually a really good, smart client of mine that I brought with me to that last mastermind, the one before. He
Yes.
does his own sales. And what it does is it gives him the opportunity to upsell other services because he actually goes to that property, which he could do what you do, but he makes more money because he has that contact with the client and looking at that in person. Now I know that it takes more time, but he's exponentially made way more money. And then if it's a job that he's like, he can sub out, he'll tell them, he'll say, okay, well, we'll take care of that. He's a face operation. And then he has people that do great work that that he appreciates that on the same standard that he will sub that job out to them and get us 30% off the top. But he priced the job, right? And he's made so much more money. He did those two tweaks in his business and he doubled his revenue.
Hmm.
Um, that's great.
Yeah.
However, I gotta make a comment on it. That's great for Joe, but what I would say is you have to you have to look at you what you enjoy doing, right? So Joe, he may love going out and meeting with the clients and meeting it and going out to their residence and spending his time doing that. And that's fine for Joe. And if that's your skill set, if that's what you enjoy doing, I would tell people don't offload what's a passion for you if you love to do it. Like I'll give you an example. Like in my field, there are advisors who love meeting with people all day and being in client meetings all day. That's what they love. They hate the logistical work of everything. They hate the marketing. They hate being a CEO of the business and working on the business. If they can just sit in and just talk to clients all day and refer to attorneys and refer to CPAs and do the work, they're going to make a lot of money doing that because that's what they enjoy doing. Then there are other advisors who they love the business side of it. They love the fact that, like me, for example, like I have to do it now, but I'm going crazy having to meet with clients all day. Like that's not fun for me. Like even though I know I can give them advice. I can give them really good advice really quick, and I can probably I could probably make a lot of money if all I'm doing is just doing the appointments because but I know my success is still limited. Could probably double my revenue, but I'm limited at doubling my revenue because my time, there's only so many hours I have in a day to help out so many people. Like, and I don't like doing it. I know it sounds weird to say I don't like meeting with the clients all day, but I enjoy marketing. I enjoy the business side. I enjoy the execution of seeing things work. I enjoy building a team. I enjoy seeing my team win. I enjoy the training aspect of it to make sure that particular happened. But if you kept me doing the day to day of the work, I would probably fire myself because I hate it. Now, that being said, Marcel, you got to answer that question. If you just enjoy the thrill of going to meet with the client, making a sale, doing all that, and you want to build around you, and you want to build around you being the salesperson, then that's great. Is that what you want?
No, I don't want to go out there talking to them all the time. That's why I just like to do it on Google. I prefer them not, I like to hide behind the brand, honestly. I don't like for them to meet me. I just like for them to we meet and greet. I send them the quote, they agree, we get them on schedule, and we move forward like that. But as far as me going out there and send, I'm antisocial really. I don't really, I'll speak with them, yes, but I don't really like to go out there and be in people's faces all day and speaking with them all day.
Right. That's not what I'm
Yeah,
saying, Marcel. What I'm saying is the person you hire, you want to have that person be the one that enjoys being with people and not
right.
miss on opportunities or additional revenue by not going to the site. Sure, you're going to give the client exactly what they asked for. They want a snow job, but there are other opportunities to sell them other things.
Yeah, we
Right, and that's
misunderstood
what
you because
yeah,
I thought you were
yeah,
saying
and I
that
always
that's
ask
what
the
Joe
I'm
does
talking
as the
about for the
owner, and
person
that's
he
what he
hired.
loves
When he
doing.
said Google Earth, I automatically knew he didn't like doing it.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, so that's what you're doing. So right, so we need to find somebody who let me kind of share my screen. All right. So you know what? I'm pretty antisocial. I think that's a strong word, but you know, I don't like sitting up talking to people all day. I cut conversations short, not even intentionally. I'll walk away from you in mid conversation. Not because I don't love you, but because I can only take so much. And I
right.
give you all I can during the little minutes that I have, but I don't think it's necessarily a limiting belief. I mean, I don't I disagree. I think there are certain people who they get their energy from talking to people all day, and those are some more extroverts. But there are people who they get their energy from their alone time, and that doesn't make it wrong. I don't think it makes it a limiting belief either. You got to know yourself and know what you want to build around, right? So that's just my opinion on that. So Like I know you can say it's a limited belief that I hate doing admin work. Well, no, I actually hate doing admin work. I just so I got to hire super smart people who love doing admin work to take that pressure off of myself so that when I do the admin work, so I limit the amount of admin work I do so I can have the best energy. So when I do meet with people and I do have these conversations, and when I do these types of meetings, right? Because if I'm bombarded with admin work and then I come into these meetings, I'm not going to be able to give you my best. So I got to have somebody to free up that time for me so I can give you my best. Right now, I just did some admin work, which I don't like doing it, but my team is trying to show me how the person in the sales role, which I'm now in the sales role, has to input their data to make it ready for the operations team. And I just inputted my data. It took me 10 minutes, but I felt drained in that little 10 minutes of doing that admin work. So anyway, it's my tangent. All right. Let's say everything is about prompting. So I am in the lawn care and I create leads. How do you create leads, Martell?
Uh, Internet, thumbtack, website, and call-ins. And my trucks are
Is it
branded, so
in
thumbtack, THUMB, TACK, website, and call-ins and stuff.
all ins in the website? As of now, when a lead comes in, I will search the property on what's it called? Google Earth,
Google Maps.
Google Maps, and we'll do a quote based on what I see. I don't have a lot of time to go to their home to give a direct quote, although I know that it could significantly increase my business. I need a salesperson who is willing to go out to the sites and do a more personal approach to a job quote, build relationships, and even someone that is willing to knock on doors and get referrals to drum up more business. This person needs to be humble and trainable and willing to be proactive and show initiative. Also, someone who is motivated by commissions and are willing to prove that they can be a superstar in this industry and make a lot of money by helping a lot of people. Please create a job description for this role that will attract this type of vibrant and energetic person that loves working with people. All right. So let's build it. Lawn care sales representatives. So let ChatGPT go to work for you. Are you an energetic, personable, and ambitious individual looking for an opportunity to turn your charisma into a thriving career? Our rapidly growing lawn care business is on a hunt for a motivated lawn care sales specialist who's not just seeking a job, but a path to making a significant impact in the local community and building a rewarding career. This role is perfect for someone to thrive in face-to-face interactions, love the outdoors, and is driven by the thrill of winning a new business and fostering long-term relationships. Responsibility, lead generation, and management. On-site quotes, customer relationship building, sales and negotiation, feedback and reporting, training and development. Qualification, excellent interpersonal skills with the ability to engage, self-motivated, humble. What we offer, competitive commission structure, training and support, growth opportunities, flexible schedule, be a part of a team. How to apply? It's great. Join us and become a superstar in the lawn care industry you are destined to be. Let's grow together. Boom. What you think about that, Marcel?
Yeah, I need to read over it. I'm looking at it on my phone, so it's kind of small to me. But what you read to me sounds straight.
All right, cool. What I'll do is somebody copy and paste this maybe and send it to Marcel. I will put it inside of the group. No, I won't. I'm gonna put it in Discord.
Okay, appreciate that. Thank you.
Copy. All right, cool. So, yep, that's what you need to do. You need to put that out there, put that on Indeed or somewhere. Start getting some. It's going to start attracting the right people. And I think that's what you do, man. You hire hustlers that are willing to go out there, do quotes, meet people face to face, get referrals, and that's really your answer to creating a world class sales team. You can get 2 or 3 people doing that, and you'll be surprised at how much you can grow.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Cool. I'll go ahead and now put that in Discord for you.
So let me ask you this then. With that, then how do you like pay your? So do you pay your salespeople off of how many sales they do, or do you automatically give them like a certain base rate per week? How does that work as far as payment with them?
It depends. There's different. There's no right or wrong way. You can give them a higher commission. You can give them a higher commission and no salary, and you can attract people who are just motivated by going out making money and getting commission. But or you can offer a salary plus commission and just pay a lower commission. So you just think about what do you think is an ideal way to pay that person. Let's say you want to be able to pay that person 100,000. I don't know, I'm making it up. Then you calculate what the commissions could be. And let's just say you gave 20% commission or 30% or whatever you decide to do. Then you can give them a base rate of 50K and you can pay them like 10% commission to where it'll add up to the 100,000. Because some people are going to be motivated, or you can pay them 70,000 and give them a 5% commission. So obviously, the problem is the higher salary and less you give, the more that you attract somebody who's who's just looking for security and stability, and sometimes they're not the best at sales. The lower
Mhm.
salary that you offer people in a higher commission, now you're attracting the type of people who are more sales motivated and who want to go out and get it because they're the type of people who know that they can make more money if given the opportunity.
Okay. Okay.
So so it really just depends on who you're trying to attract. Maybe you want the stability person. So I attract both. When I'm looking for an advisor, I get both because I have 2 different types of advisors. I have my producing advisor. Those people are going to be motivated by making more money in commissions. And then I have my relationship or servicing advisors. Those are the people who are maintaining the relationship. Once they become a client, those people are more motivated by the salary because they're not going out and getting the business. They're just gathering it. They're just maintaining the business.
Okay.
Make
Gotcha.
sense?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I just put it in the general channel for you, Marcel, but it's too long. Let me chop it up.
You know, I get back to the office, yeah, I'm definitely gonna take a look at it.
It should allow you to
Mm.
share the link to that page, Marvin, off of the Chat GPT.
Yeah, I ain't smart enough to figure that out yet. I'll get it later. I just put it in the chat though.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
All right, cool. Anybody else got a question? One more person.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When considering creating a business with a desire to be in alignment with your purpose, how do you know the difference between operating in your assignment versus just doing something you want to do or something, you're interested in just to make money?
Um, would you do it if it didn't pay you? I mean, like
There are
for me,
there are a number of things that I could think of doing that wouldn't pay me, but just thinking in terms of being of service to others in the best way or in alignment with God's purpose. Just trying to
what
discern the
what
difference.
what feels right in your gut? Like when you're doing something, what like if you can do anything, if money wasn't if money wasn't an issue, and the first thing that you think of that comes to your mind that you could be doing to make a living, if money wasn't a big issue, what would it be? Don't even think about it. What would it be?
I love to encourage people. I love to share knowledge with people. I yeah, I love to create. I'm a creative person, and to be able to express myself creatively and artistically and to be able to inspire people in that way would be ideal.
Okay, so give me a structure. Give me a specific thing that you're doing that's encouraging people, inspiring people, using your creativity. Give me one thing that you're doing. What do you see yourself if you what do you see yourself actually doing that embodies all of those things you just said?
There are
Don't
times
think
when I've
about it.
done Yeah, there are times when I've done that just talking to people and listening to people. And then also times I've done that through writing and, people, just sharing with me how, something I may have written, how it,
Okay.
encouraged them or touched them in some way
So
and
you so
helped
you
them.
so you can do both. So give me an example of are you sitting are you talking to people face to face all day? Are you just talking to people on the phone, talking to people via Zoom? Are you going to speak in front of stages? Do you have a coaching program where you're helping people navigate something day by day? Like give me a specific thing that you're doing that's embodying that.
It's a combination of those things. And I've actually gone through like a coaching certification programs, and I started doing complimentary sessions around coaching, and I got discouraged because I had a lot of resistance around the business part of it. But I'm now, obviously revisiting that and reframing my mind, set around business. Because I'm the type of person that I will want to help a person whether they had the money or not. But obviously, you can't build a business that way. Um, so yeah, just I've been in situations where I have encouraged people in different ways. So and I can't hear anybody. So can anybody hear me? Because I
Are
can't
you
hear.
there, Marvin? We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we
Marvin,
can hear you.
can't hear
I think
Marvin if he's talking.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
Actually, Marvin was
Oh, I
out
think he
from
got
the
up
room.
somehow.
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe connection issues.
Yeah.
we'll have him jump back in. Oh, there you go.
All right, Marvin is back.
Yeah, I heard most of what you said. I plugged up my charger, but I didn't plug it up to the wall, so that didn't necessarily charge the computer. Um, so you mentioned that you've done coaching certification and your and what you found was, and then I cut off.
Oh yeah, I was just sharing too that I have gone through the process of coaching people and just sometimes just speaking with people without doing that and expressing myself through writing and things of that nature. So yeah, just really trying to get clarity in terms of, and maybe I'm overthinking this because sometimes I do that, but
Yeah,
but just really wanting
yeah.
to be in alignment, with what my purpose
I
is,
think the
because I just
job
haven't.
is less important. The job is less important as the qualities that you're exhibiting, right? Like if you feel that you're inspiring, motivating people, that you're being creative, then I think we put too much emphasis on what the actual job is, right? So, for example, my job is to inspire leaders, is to inspire leaders who will go out and duplicate their leadership and create more leaders, right? To empower leaders to create more leaders, right? So if I'm doing that, then I can be doing that if I'm a financial advisor. I'm working in my purpose. That's the reason why I don't necessarily want to be the one who meets with the clients face to face. I want to meet with the advisors who are the leaders who could then go out and inspire the other leaders, right? That's part of my purpose. But I can do the same thing in wealth creators, right? In wealth creators, my coaching program, I'm inspiring leaders right now who will go out into the world and will multiply those efforts. So I'm reaching people who I will never reach by the people who I teach and by the people who I coach. So I can do that by being a teacher. I can do that by being a lot of different things, right? So I think I would not get caught up in exactly what you're doing. I would get caught up in the purpose that you're serving. And then God will put several things in your path. Then eventually the thing is going to click. But still, even when that thing click, you realize that that's just your vehicle. I mean, God forbid, knock on wood, if I didn't have my financial firm today or tomorrow, I can still walk knowing that I'm still living in my purpose. My attachment is not attached to that specific job. If people stop wanting to join my coaching program today or tomorrow, God forbid, I hope that don't happen. But if they don't want to join my coaching program, I'm still living within my purpose because I'm still inspiring leaders through my financial firm and through my YouTubes and through different things like that and through like if I do writings or blogs. So again, I think we get caught too caught up in exactly what it is we're doing, and we just have to open up and we have to manifest the impact that we want, and the opportunities are going to come automatically.
Thank you.
Make sense? So, but all right, guys. Hopefully, and women, hopefully this was helpful. And when you're listening to these types of sessions, you got to take what was taught and what was coached to someone else and apply it to your own individual situation. We can all learn from someone else's situation. That's what makes these group calls so great. You can learn through Carice that maybe I need to hire somebody. You can learn through Marcel on how to hire the right salesperson for your team. You can learn through Sheba on how do I think about my purpose. Am I in alignment? Is my job experience aligned with my purpose? And you could take that and you could just run with it and keep continuing to duplicate that. That's why it's so important to have a community where we can support one another. So I am going to take us out because unfortunately I do have a meeting coming up in 1 minute. So I'm on tight schedule right now, but I want you all to go out, do something big, make something happen, be creative. Um, Go big on your goals. This is the time, this is the season. Like, stop playing small. This is not the time to play small. This is the time to go for whatever your goals are and go big. Go big or go home.
Oh, that's right.
Take a risk. Hire somebody who, when you don't think that you can hire them, do something that you didn't think that you can do the day before. What do you got to lose? Today isn't promised. Tomorrow isn't promised. So with that being said, like, you're going to learn more through your losses than you will through your wins. So Worst case scenario, you do something that don't work, you're gonna learn something the next time. Instead of being too analytical and not doing it, you're gonna learn through your losses, but you're also gonna discover that there's some wins that you didn't know that you had in you if you just went for it. Once you get through that initial stage where you suck at it, then about a week later, you'll realize it ain't too bad, and then you'll become an expert at it, and then everybody else will be wondering how you did it because they're afraid. So everybody has the same fear for the most part that you have. The difference is will you just push past the fear, and now you're the leader because everybody else has the fear and you overcame the fear. If you overcome the fear, you are qualified to teach the thousands of millions of people who have the fear. So push through the fear, make it happen on the count of three, dominate. 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
Dominate.
Hey,
Thank you, Marvin.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
Bye.
still I got my
sir, thank
webinar, I
you.
mean my challenge tonight. So if y'all want to join the challenge, it's gonna be a pretty good one. So make sure y'all tap in.
Where's the link
Bye-bye.
at? I didn't see the link yesterday to join.
Let me see.
I'll send it again, Marcel. It was sent in Zoom, but you should receive
Put it in the
a text
Discord, JD.
message. Yeah, sure. Not a problem, Marvin. I'll send it over in Discord. Thank you and have a good one,
Appreciate it.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.